Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done this. It's been like 2 weeks since my dad passed, and to be honest, it still feels new. It feels like I just went on vacation. It feels like I just didn't get to see him. It feels like he's still down there, and like from like when I left to when I came back, when I went back to work. To be honest, it felt like a month. It felt like I hadn't been back a month in that just short time. But definitely it's something new. It's something that it's always gonna be there. It's always gonna stay there. You know, whether I listen to something, emotions just come up. You know, hear something, see something, smell something, memories. You know, stuff that I had kind of wanted to do this year with them. It just like a flood of emotions like come and go. You know, it's like those moments where it's just like, damn, it just starts to come and it's not, and I'm never going to overcome it. I already know that. You know, speaking to others that have gone through the same, they'll be like, you're never going to surpass it. Don't ever try to even think you're going to surpass it or you're going to forget it, because it's always going to be there. It'll always be there. You just got to live with it. And it doesn't get easier, but it's worth it. Because that is what he deserves. He deserves to be, you know, to be cried on when a memory comes up, when I remember something from him. When, you know, if there's definitely a few regrets I have right now. It's just immediately I was waiting. I wanted to do a podcast with him, a Spanish one, to tell his story, his life. I should have done it earlier, but I always waited for, not the perfect time, but to have a different setup. I was hoping to already be in a different setup with the podcast, and it's probably one of the regrets I have right now, to be honest. And it fucking sucks, you know, it does. But going on another topic, that you gotta be at peace, guys. Peace with whatever happens. You know, if you have a regret, you gotta be at peace with it. Maybe you should have done it earlier. Maybe, you know, but you have to have found some sort of peace with everything you do in life. You know, whether it's in a situation, a friendship, a marriage, like, be at peace with, you gave it your all, be at peace with it. Maybe there's things you could have done different, still be at peace with it. Stop always going back to what could have been, what could have happened, because you're never going to move on. You can't move on when you keep going back. All right? The only way, it's like the saying goes, it's like you can never jump into a river twice, because the moment you jump to inside a river, the water that was there when you jumped has already gone down. It will never be the same. So for me, one thing I'm going to just kind of be at peace with a lot of stuff. You know, like there's certain situations that sometimes I look back upon, or certain opportunities I look back upon, and I wish maybe I should have taken it, or maybe I should have done this. But in the end, you gotta be at peace, bro. You gotta be at peace with all that. Like, fuck, you know, I fucked up. I gotta be at peace with that. I gotta fucking make amends. If I did something, if I wronged somebody, I gotta say sorry, but still be at peace with what's going on, because everything happens for a reason. Nothing will ever happen for no reason. There's a reason why you're at a job. There's a reason why you meet people. There's a reason why you go out with people. There's a reason why for everything. But you got to be at peace with that. But just because you become at peace with it doesn't mean you keep making the same fucking mistakes. No. Once you make a peace with it, change. You always got to keep growing. You can't stay the same. You know, in this life, they always say it's the one who adapts always survives. And it's true. You got to adapt to everything, which means you always got to keep growing, keep expanding your mind, keep an open mind. You know, there's nothing impossible. The only thing impossible is what you make impossible. You know, if you feel like a hard time staying too long, you're letting the hard time stay too long. You know, you are the master of your happiness. You're the master of every situation. You can see it for a good or a bad. You can be depressed or you cannot be depressed. You can move on, let go, or you can let go, move on, and be at peace at the same time. You know, but at the same time, it's just like, you got to do all that work, man. It's not going to come easy. You're going to have to shed some tears. You're going to have to cry. You're going to have to fucking lose yourself for a bit to find yourself. You know, it's like one of my bosses one time said, sometimes you gotta die in order to live. But the same thing goes. Sometimes you gotta lose yourself to find yourself. And like just don't ever fucking give up on something, you know, and be smart about your shit. If you find yourself always in the same situation, it's because you're doing the same shit over and expecting a different fucking outcome. Bitch, do something different, bro. Why are you doing the same shit and expecting something? You know, you want the fucking world, but you ain't doing shit to get the world, you know? What's your part? What are you doing for your part, you know? Be happy with the people you got around you. Be blessed with the people you got around you, man. There's a reason why God lets everything happen for a reason. It's not to make you mean or hold grudges. No, because there's a lesson that he's trying to teach you. You haven't grasped it, so he's got to use somebody close to you to teach you that lesson. It's not that fucking person has it out for you the majority of the time. Nah, bro. There's what God has in store for you, but also there's also free will. But at the same time, God is the last one. Like Hosea of Egypt, when he told his brothers, the ones who sold him to slavery, what did he tell them? He didn't tell them, you put me here. He said, you guys didn't put me here. God put me here. All right. He kept his faith. He knew that there was a higher reason for everything. He could have held a grudge. He could have killed all his brothers, but he didn't. He forgave them because he realized there were just pawns in in life's plan for him. There were just pawns in his life, so he's there to help. You know, and sorry, just like I said before, it's just sometimes certain things come up, and sometimes talking about the Bible gets me, because my dad had these Bible books when we were little. They were picture books, but they told a story about the Bible, and it's a collection he wanted. It's a collection he wanted. He had asked me to look for it. I did look for it. I found it, and it just sucks that. But I am gonna buy it for my nephews, because that's what my dad taught us with. So I feel like my nephew should have that. So I'll be buying multiple sets of it. But yeah, going back to it, you gotta be at peace, man. There's some things you just gotta be at peace with, and I'm trying to cut this video a little bit short. But I'll be doing more lately now. Now I gotta get back to it. I gotta get back to where I once was, and especially in this time where I feel like some people can probably use something different, you know, a different mindset. At least what helped me. I mean, I ain't no fucking saint or anything, but if you can change one person's life, why not? If I can change a kid's life, why not? You know, and it goes back to, now that I'm probably not gonna cut it short now, but it goes back to a thing where nowadays people judge others for, you know, I've seen it happen where some people get made fun of for you know, maybe taking care of another child that's not theirs or something like that. But I used to be that person, to be honest, but now as I see it, I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't mind that, because for me, in God's point of view, in God's eyes, I feel like something that he would want us to do. It's like, why not change other kids' lives, not just your own? Or if you don't have kids, why not work to change other kids' lives? You know, those who don't have a father, those who have a father but they ain't a father, they ain't around, they have no love for him. Why not be that person for him? Personally, for me, that is something that I feel God smiles upon, when you're able to change a child's life, when you're able to be there for them. And it's one thing that I'm definitely thinking more and more of lately as I've been getting older, and not only being older, but wising up and thinking more, and like having a different mindset. But I'm gonna leave you guys with that. But greatness is one at a time. Let's get it, guys. Love y'all.